You guys, they do not make grannies like they used to. Ladies all the way up to the 80s and higher are on social media being old and sexy. Yeah, all at the same time. They don't give a freak what these podcast bros are saying. Have you seen Judge Judy?
Big booty, but you got a big booty.
Judge Judy, you get it. They are looking way different than the grannies and the memas and the mamas that we were all used to growing up. Now their fashion is intact, their makeup is mesmerizing, and they are embracing their sexualness in the open.
I'm 65 years old, and I still like to go out and have fun, be a little flirty.
That was looked down upon back in the day. Women can't enjoy sex. Oh, boo, you whore. And one woman that I was just in shock about that is following this whole mantra of, I don't care how old I am, I'm gonna look good and have a lot of sex and tell people about it, is Martha Stewart.
I'm just enjoying the natural flavor of pumpkin spice from Green Mountain coffee roasters. And nothing else, literally.
She's in the kitchen with just an apron on. Why was I not aware that Martha was mommy?
Mama!
She looks great. And apparently Martha has been deemed queen of thirst pics. Many people are applauding her, but some people are saying, you are too old. Do you think Martha Stewart is too old and elderly to be posting these types of posts? Should she be in the rocking chair in front of the fire complaining that it's too cold in a 90-degree house while quilting? Well, before we get to her thirst pics, I don't know much about Martha Stewart at all. So before we get into her multiple thirst traps, I wanted to do just a mini history lesson on Martha because she wasn't always a baker. So Martha has a huge family of 5 brothers and sisters. From a very young age, she was pretty much a businesswoman. Around 10 years old, she would start babysitting, and she was pretty good at it. Got her foot in the door to some very high-profile people. She sat for Mickey Mantle, Yogi Berra, and Gil McDougald. I'm probably saying all of these names wrong, but all of these people were New York Yankees. So she would watch the children, she would organize birthday parties up until she was about 15, which is when she got into her modeling career. It really took off pretty quickly. She was featured in a television commercial for Unaliver. Ooh, that is probably not right, but it's this right here. After that, she went on to appear on television commercials and in magazines, including one that says smokers would rather fight than switch. You know, back in the day, smoking was completely healthy. During her college years, her modeling jobs paid for her college. One of the companies she modeled for was Chanel. Like, she was an actual model. Then near the late 70s, Stewart started her own catering business in her basement with one of her modeling friends, Norma Collier. And the business became very successful, but later didn't work out because, according to Norma, Martha was extremely difficult to work with. Honestly, I can see that happening. She seems a little bit of a control freak and a little bit of a stickler. She likes things done right, and obviously it's working out. So, sorry, Norma. Then comes the 90s. Martha signs with Time Publishing Ventures to develop a new magazine, Martha Stewart Living. And then shortly after that, she got granted a show based off the magazine, and the rest is history. Ooh, something else I don't know much about. Miss Martha, the bread maker, was in jail. Hold on, let me I just want to look this up because I have never understood why she was in jail. So according to the US Securities and Exchange Commission, Stewart avoided a loss of $45,673 by selling all 3,928 shares of her IM Clone Systems stock. Someone named Peter Bakovich informed her, and that's why she just pulled everything. And the stock value fell from 16%. Is that illegal? I don't know stocks. We're just gonna roll with it.
And let's face it, she sold that stock at a very suspicious time.
Charles Gasparino broke the Stewart story for the Wall Street Journal and is now writing a book on the Wall Street scandal.
In the months that followed, Stewart drew heavy media scrutiny, including a Newsweek coverage headline, Martha's Mess. Oh my God, I love that. Notably, on June 25th, 2 days before my birthday, CBS anchor Jane Clayson grilled Stewart on the air about I Am Clone during her regular segment on The Early Show. I wonder if Martha still has a little bit of a toward what's her name? Jane Clayson. Anyway, Stewart continued chopping cabbage and responded, I want to focus on my salad.
My employees and I are working hard to make our company the best omnimedia in the world, and I want to focus on my salad.
Then on June 4th, 2003, Stewart was indicted by grand jury on 9 accounts, including charges of security fraud and obstruction of justice.
Martha Stewart made an industry out of being a domestic goddess. Now she's hoping a jury will just see her as human.
It's hard to feel sorry for someone whose life is perfect.
Stewart voluntarily stepped down as CEO and chairwoman of MSLO. Then she went to rich people jail. And the rest of that is also history.
What good came out of that time?
It's hard to say good comes out of a bad time.
Really?
And that saying that it only makes you better.
Right.
Oh my gosh. I mean,
Bull?
bull. It's terrible.
I hope I explained that correctly. I read it right from the website, so if I didn't explain it correctly, the website did it. Blame them. Anyway, I guess it does make sense that she went to jail if she's part of some chair group where she does the money stuff. So I didn't know all of that. I just keep thinking about early 2000s. I was in middle school and I would hear, you know, just little things about Martha Stewart and how she went to jail. And my mom said it was obviously for drugs. And back then I didn't have the internet like we did now. I can just pull out my phone and look things up. You kind of just got things from your parents and that's what it was. So in my middle school head, I thought Martha was putting drugs in the bread. And then around 2008, because Martha wasn't someone that I'm just gonna look up things about on the family computer. Do you know how hard it is to get into one of those things? Very hard. So anyway, around 2008, I remember the memes of Snoop Dogg and Martha, and the caption was like, only one of these people were in prison. The other one is a rapper. Which I just looked up. Snoop Dogg has been in prison or jail or something. So no wonder why they get along so well. But since we're on that topic, I never did look into how did this friendship or hookup buddy system start? The famous duo first met back in 2008 when Snoop joined Stewart to make mashed potatoes on her cooking show.
I never done it with a machine.
Yeah, well, it's easy. So how do you do it with a...
Yeah, we in the hood. We like, yeah.
The rapper then returned the next year to make brownies, and the new friends joked about the most important part of that recipe. What is the most important? I know it's something sexual, right? Or is it drugs?
When do we add the
eggs.
No, the
The stuff?
Yeah.
Well, later.
Okay.
Later. And that's secret.
Okay.
Can't you rap while we're doing this? Tell me what you're doing and rap.
Trying to bake some brownies, but we missing the most important part of the brownies.
And I mean, it's not a drug anymore, it's very legalized. She does have CBD pastries or candies or something around that I was reading about. So technically, I was right. Anyway, many people were speculating that they were hookup buddies and they decided to just play with it. Martha. They definitely got busy. I am not stupid, Martha. Women with the names Martha, Mary Beth, Winifred are the absolute freakiest women, okay? I feel like freakier than Cardi B.
I said certified freak.
Cardi B is an act. She was a stripper. This was her job. You know who's actually twerking upside down in the bedroom behind closed doors? Martha. Why else would Snoop Dogg be hanging out with her? Allegedly. I just never thought that they would collab. But you know, she got street rep. She was walking around with one of those things around her ankle for 5 months after she got out of jail.
For all the black people that are confused about that old white woman on the couch, that's Martha Stewart. Yeah, right there. That's Martha Stewart right there. Martha, do me a favor and put your ankle bracelet on vibrate so we don't have no problems.
Okay, thirst traps. So this one recently just went completely viral. Everyone's talking about Martha Stewart's thirst trap. Martha Stewart shares new thirst trap selfie. Honestly, she looks absolutely amazing. Skin looks great, but this is the most grandma-esque thirst trap I've ever seen. Why is this even a thirst trap? She's in a nightgown. There's no there's just about an inch of cleavage. I would see that on my middle school teacher's chest in the early 2000s. I need to know why this is a thirst trap. This is just Martha in a nightgown looking great. Looking great does not make it a thirst trap, right? Or am I wrong? I give this a 5 out of 10. What about you? So apparently people were comparing Martha's thirst trap with Guy Fieri's thirst trap.
My brother, how are you?
How do you pronounce the name Guy Fieri?
A lot of people call it Fieri,
but the E, the R, and the I in Italian, you roll it fieri.
Why? Like, what is up with all these cooks posting thirst traps around the same time? Did we say that we were hungry? Yes, we did. We're always hungry. All right, I mean, while we're on the topic, we have to rate Guy Fieri's thirst trap skill. Shirtless, sultry look in his eyes, dripping wet. No, sopping wet. I give this an 8 out of 10. Why didn't I give it a 10 out of 10? Well, he's not really pouting. You have to do that thirst trap pout. Martha lost this one, but she does have that thirst trap look in her face. Next.
Oh, hi there. I'm just enjoying the natural flavor of pumpkin spice from Green Mountain coffee roasters. And nothing else, literally. Just look at this. A thing of natural beauty. No, not me. My Green Mountain coffee roasters pumpkin spice coffee. It's made with natural flavors. That means they've stripped away the artificial and left nothing but goodness. What can I say? We have a lot in common.
It's a little hot in here. Okay, it's very hot in here. I told y'all, Martha is a freak. Not the little big Ed kind, like the one in the bedroom type, like the good kind. This is literally how she seduces her husband, or Snoop Dogg. I don't know, 10 out of 10. You know damn well these old men, and even some young ones, see Martha baking bread and says, damn, I wish she would serve me some bread in the nude. And she gave it to them. 10 out of 10, Martha. Plus the dialogue, perfect. So apparently Martha just loves selfies. She loves taking pictures of herself, and so much so, she has been deemed the queen of selfies. Move over, Kim Kardashian. Martha's here. Which makes sense, she's a model or an ex-model, right? And obviously likes to take pictures of herself. What model doesn't? And I love that she's an ex-model and she's older and she's still taking her pictures. I just never thought that Martha would be best known for her thirst traps.
Chain, I was always trying to gain green. Riding around with my sexy love in the passenger seat.
See, Martha has like the sultry pout down. Like, guy, this is something that you can practice because Martha posts plenty of them. So she absolutely loves to post selfies, but I think the biggest shock for people like me is when she was on the cover of Sports Illustrated, because she's literally just the grandma lady that bakes bread.
Usually I'm motivated by pay, but this time I was motivated by showing people that a woman my age can still look good, feel good, be good, blah, blah, blah.
I would see her when I was young and I was sick and stayed at home, and she'd be on like the network that I would quickly pass through. But I knew who Martha was. I saw her on the magazine. She's the lady that bakes. She doesn't sprawl out in a bikini on Sports Illustrated.
I'm going to be the oldest person, I think, ever on a cover of Sports Illustrated. And I don't think about age very much, but I thought that this is kind of historic.
I love that for her though. I don't think I made a video back in the day, but at the time that this came out, people were praising her, but many people were very mad that an older woman was on the cover wearing a bikini and not shy about it. Which circles us back to the nightgown photo. Martha, honey, you gotta stop doing the Kim K faces in your nightgowns. You're not 40 anymore. First of all, bitch, I'm not even a fan of Martha. Okay, I'm not part of the Martha cult. I don't know if that's a real thing. I'm sure it's out there though. I haven't even tried her pie, but it looks like Kim Kardashian is doing the Martha. Martha was a model before Kim. She was born before Kim. If we want to get technical, Martha was a model in a time with no Instagram, no phone cameras, no social media. She had to figure it out. This is her pose. It's not Kim's. It's probably not even Martha's, really. What the fuck? Why are we claiming poses? Second, stop trying to put people against each other. I'm talking about this in a future video about how the podcast bros want women to hate each other. And I found a clip where a guy was talking to two girls and he kind of like tries to put them against each other. Like, this one's rated like an 8 and then you're rated like a 6. Do you think she's prettier than you?
How often do I get complimented?
Literally all the freaking time.
All the time?
Yes, as deserved. Like, look at her.
Does that make you like jealous a little bit?
No.
Oh, she gets complimented too.
Yeah,
really?
yes. Really?
Well,
yes.
not tonight for me. I like this one right here.
No, of course. Like, look at her. She's gorgeous.
She is. Can you give me a spin, princess?
Yay!
Those type of odd men love when women fight, and there's a whole category for it in certain websites. And it doesn't just stop at men. Women also like to put each other against each other. I'm pretty sure Martha is very aware that she's not Kim Kardashian. Thirdly, what is the limit in age where you have to stop taking pictures of yourself that you like? Just let me know. Give me the age. Just wondering. Just because you will stop taking pictures at 40 and think that you are hideous and you want to crumple up and cover yourself up because you don't like yourself getting older doesn't mean that someone else has to. This woman is over 80 years old. People that say things like this usually have a very hard time aging aging themselves. They don't like aging. They're scared of it. They would rather die than age, or they would just get tons of plastic surgery and they end up having the Darcy look. So sometimes I really hate social media, but many times, like anything else, there's really good things that comes out of it. Because no longer are women thinking that they are going to deteriorate at 40 or 25, like the podcast bros like to tell us. Martha and a ton of other older women that aren't rich like Martha are on TikTok, are on Instagram, really showing that they don't have to dress like the Golden Girls. Don't you dare, Golden Girl cult, come for me. If I put a picture of them up, you cannot fight that they dress very dated, right? This is how we imagine our grandmas kind of looking like, but not anymore. Older people are dressing well, they are taking care of themselves, they're taking care of their skin, they're not smoking like it's not a healthy thing to smoke anymore. They are taking care of themselves and they are doing what they want despite their age, which is awesome because they grew up in a time where everything was judged. So the fact that Martha and many women like her are talking about sex and standing in the kitchen in just an apron with a sultry look, drinking tea, is amazing. I love it. And I hope it hurts people in their souls that these older women aren't insecure about their age. Because why the hell should they? What are they gonna do, die? All it's doing is just motivating me to continue to take care of myself, because 82? Really? And before y'all start saying plastic surgery, and I still complimented her, still looks good, doesn't matter if she had plastic surgery or not, still looks great. Also, this is my mom. She's 62 or 63, 64, I don't know. She's in her 60s. Looks great. She's not into plastic surgery. So just take care of yourself and take your pictures, ladies. And Guy Fieri and men like him. Thirst trap it up. And if anyone has a problem with it, you turn to them and you say,
just keep doing what you've been doing. I'm sure you'll eventually be discovered.
And then you say, you're an idiot! Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and take those thirst traps. And I'll see you all next time.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. I've been on the flex since flex on. Neighborhood all in your ear.